Hi guys, I'm going to be looking at a few small towns in New Zealand and I'm going to be trying to get a feel for how the local property markets are tracking there. Today's town is Wairoa in the Hawke's Bay region of New Zealand. It has a population of just over 4,700 people. Now it does look like Wairoa has had some issues over the past with gang activity. Reading directly from Wikipedia, it says that there have long been tensions between the rival mongrel mob and Black Power gangs in Wairoa. In 1988, Wairoa's main street, Marine Parade, was the scene of a fatal shooting of two Black Power associates. In 2003, a mongrel mob member was killed in February, and a sniper shot a Black Power gang member dead in a van following an incident near the Wairoa courthouse in November. In 2010, a Black Power gang member was shot in the face. Two Black Power members retaliated later that year and shot a mongrel mob member several times at a Wairoa petrol station. In 2021, gang-related violence flared again with 5 separate incidents of guns being fired at homes in Wairoa. The police launched Operation Atlas to reduce tensions and stop the ongoing violence in Wairoa. In 2022, a shotgun blast hit the window of a child's bedroom, though the child was not present in the room, and a person received serious leg injuries. This was due to gang crossfire where 2 homes were shot at in a drive-by shooting. Oh, there's nothing too serious to be worried about there. On a more positive note, in 2017, Rocket Lab built their rocket launch site on the Mahia Peninsula, with Wairoa being the closest town to the site, which is 83 kilometres away. This has led to a number of employment opportunities for Wairoa. But then there has been a couple of other little issues, like in February 2023, when Wairoa was hit by Cyclone Gabriel, with it being described as the most catastrophic weather event Wairoa has experienced in living memory. Or in late June 2024, Wairoa experienced torrential rain and high tides, which led to 118 homes being flooded. But those last 2 events were just particularly unlucky and may never happen again, guys. The current number of real estate listings for sale in this specific area shown on this map is 31, which is not a massive amount when you compare it to some of the other towns that we've been looking at. So now let's have a look at a few properties that are currently for sale for anyone who is looking to buy in Wairoa. The first one was listed on the 31st of July 2024, so it has been for sale for a little while now. The title says charm, character and gorgeous style! The description says, this impressive 1910s character house has been lovingly refreshed inside and out, with a lot of care and consideration given to the era of the home. Asking price $550,000. Latest July 2024 CV, $510,000. The property was last purchased in October 2021 for $460,000. So this was purchased at peak COVID FOMO, but it has been lovingly refreshed, they say. But just look at the difference in those CVs between July 2018 and July 2021. How refreshed must something have to be to jump from $128,000 to $500,000 in just 3 years? Even painting that property in pure gold at today's amped up gold prices would not make the value jump that much. There is only one wizard who can warp house prices that much, and his name is Adrian Orr. The next property was listed on the 20th of February 2025. The very modest title says 10 out of 10. The description says this hidden treasure privately tucked away from the road awaits your inspection. Its inquiries over $599,000, so don't you dare offer less. Its inquiries over only. The latest July 2024 CV was $500,000. The property was last purchased in June 2022 for $522,000. But the year before that, it was purchased for $495,000 in June 2021. And before that, it was purchased for $210,000 in 2019. But now these guys want over $599,000. And not less, it has to be inquiries over. Oh dear. What a shame for locals just looking to buy a home having this sort of insanity cast upon them. No wonder so many young Kiwis are heading to Australia, guys, eh? No wonder. Now the next property that I'm going to be looking at was listed on the 25th of June 2025. The title says, So Central. The description says the rent return on this property is $465 per week. So great, isn't it? Another town that is being taken over by landlords, so the local people have got nowhere to buy. The asking price is $349,000. The latest July 2024 CV is $335,000. The property was last purchased in Jan 2020 for $235,000. And the CV in 2018 was $165,000. It is amazing how quickly house prices were warped during the COVID era, and for absolutely no other reason than the RBNZ governor did not have a clue what he was doing. So the next property that I'm going to be looking at today was listed on the 13th of August 2025. The title says High and Dry on Clyde, which could possibly mean that it can't be flooded, I'm not sure. The description says a paddock in town, ! You could grow things in it, native or otherwise, create a bike track or pop a pet in it. Oh my god, I'm sold. The asking price is $560,000. The latest July 2024 CV is $520,000. The property was last purchased in September 2006 for $215,000. And the July 2018 CV for $265,000 seems about right, but once again the RBNZ's reaction to COVID has warped everything. I know I keep on saying it, but I really do feel sorry for young Kiwis. They are being forced into either a lifetime of renting or a lifetime of debt because one unelected bureaucrat was exceedingly arrogant, incompetent and completely out of his depth. So the final property that I'm going to be looking at today was listed on the 2nd of September 2025. The title says Sweet Views, Spacious Living. The description says the undercover balcony upstairs and downstairs are a nice spot to catch some sun or shade or a bit of breeze in the summer. Now that actually does sound nice, doesn't it? But one thing you'll notice is that this property is very close to the river and has a lovely view of it. But I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing when you look at this town's history. So the asking price is $580,000. The latest July 2024 CV is $560,000. The property was last purchased in March 2022 for $580,000. And the people before then bought the property in December 2020 for $435,000. And seeing as the CV was $340,000 in 2018, then I think that even these guys probably paid too much. So what were these latest people thinking? Why did they pay $580,000 and why do they think that the property is worth $580,000 now? Imagine if you bought a car and you paid $10,000 or $20,000 more than that car's worth. That doesn't mean that you can then sell that car for $10,000 or $20,000 more. That's not how the real world works. I know that New Zealand house prices have been artificially inflated for what seems like an eternity now. But at some point, somebody is going to be left holding the bag. It's just the way of the world, I'm afraid. And the best way that you can ensure that you are not the person who's going to be the poor bag holder in the end is to not pay $250,000 more than a property is obviously worth. It's simple maths really, isn't it, guys? So I hope you all enjoyed today's look around Wairoa. Now this is a regular series, so be sure to like and subscribe, guys, to see more of these absolute bargains that are incredibly hidden in the small towns all over New Zealand. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe and I will see you all on the next one. Cheers for that.